Hey everyone, welcome to another Zero stream. I'm Zero and we're going to be drawing some Pokemon today. As we do most days. Let's see, this week we're going to be tackling the Aron family. We went from a single member family to a 3-stager. It's going to be quite... Hold on a sec. Seems like the music's not playing. It's going to be quite a new challenge as I jump back in after the whole month of doing nothing but playing video games. Let's see if this will play. There we go. I just hit shuffle on these, so I don't choose which one the playlist starts on. This is definitely one of the better ones because it's OG Animal Crossing. Always a good track. Hi, Watcher Zigzagoon, already here in the chat. You're gonna name your next rat Pokemon after me? I will be honored. By the way, I noticed some of your past broadcasts weren't highlighted recently. If you're talking about what's it called? Housekeeping one? I don't highlight those. I let them pass by into the ether. If you're talking about another one, well, unfortunately, I might have just missed it. Sometimes I miss highlighting one or two. Kokodoro. Karkadora? This is a silly Japanese name. But it's Aron, the Iron Armor Pokemon. Take a screenshot of this. The Aron line is not one of my favorites when I first found them, but over time I have grown fond of the final stage. So we'll see how I do drawing them. They're like a more complicated Rhyhorn and Rhydon family, which we didn't need them to be more complicated. We'll see if they're more or less. Aron is definitely less complicated, technically, less complicated than Rhyhorn, but it's not immediately obvious because of all these holes and all these parts. Rhyhorn looks very homogeneous when you look at it at first, so it looks simpler, but when you really dig deep, you realize it's just a mess of like weird plates and stuff. So this thing is really small. It's just a foot and 4 inches tall. Tiny little thing. Zig says, I suppose it happens now and then, or as I call it, Ironhide. Is that the nickname you give to your Aron? Aron is a quadruped Pokemon with 4 stubby legs and a large round head. Its body is black with plates of gray armor covering its head, back, and legs. Throughout its body are small openings in the armor. There are 6 openings on its head, with the largest 2 being openings for its pale blue eyes, and 1 opening on either side of the spike on its back. A single blunt spike protrudes from its back. Aron... Thanks for the host, Zigzagoon! Aron feeds on iron, ore that it digs from mountains. Iron ore. It uses this ore to make its body. What? Sometimes hunger will drive it to descend from the mountains to eat bridges and rails, which makes it a pest. Oh my goodness, that is pretty bad. It's like a metal termite. It makes a new suit of armor after evolving, while its old discarded armor is salvaged for making iron products. With one all-out charge, it can demolish even a heavy dump truck. It lives in mountains. Yeah, look at its doofy face. It's got like this weird, like hockey mask. What's that movie? Friday? Is it like Friday the 13th or Halloween or one of those movies where the guy like wears the hockey mask and like kills people? That's what it makes me think of. Friday the 13th. Steel body. Make its body feeds on iron ore, digs from mountains. Occasionally it causes major trouble by eating bridges and rails. Let's see if X and Y has anything interesting. It usually lives deep in mountains, however its hunger may drive it to eat railroad tracks and cars. Oh my goodness, can you imagine one day you walk out to your car ready to go to get some groceries or go to work and like an Aron has eaten part of your car? When it evolves, it sheds the steel carapace that covers its whole body and develops a new one. I never really thought of the armor as a completely separate part of the Aron, but it seems as though it isn't born with it. It creates it through eating metal, and then when it evolves, it like sheds it like some kind of hermit crab. In order to generate a new one. So you can add that onto the mysteries of the Pokemon verse. What does an Aron look like without its armor? Maybe based on a Bulgasari, a monster that eats iron in Korean legends. As its Pokemon category suggests, its appearance may be inspired by plate armors. Alright, well, it's just a whittle turtle termite thing. And it's not very attractive to me. This head shape, the eyes, the armor, like the body's pretty cute, but I never really liked the way its head looks. I do like its eye, but that's about it. Let's move on to Lyron. This is a Pokemon that I have never been able to pronounce. So Lyron, Iron, Larn. This one is looking a little cooler. It's got this like almost skull like not appendages, what is it? Helmet on, and its plate armor is starting to look more like bones than anything. So I dig Lauren. But as with most middle stage evolutions, there's a type of lankiness that I like to them, a little bit of an awkward middle stage, and Lyron doesn't give me that vibe. It feels like it could be a final stage, like a Bastiodon sort of thing, but then it turns into an Aggron. This stage does look a lot closer to Rhyhorn, but again, it's like much simpler in its construction. Like everything seems to make sense. When I look at a Rhyhorn, the pieces don't always seem to come together and make sense to me. Zigzagoon is like, what happened to my freaking car? Yep. So this is still the Iron Armor Pokemon. Let me just take a screenshot of that real quick. Now this thing looks like a hulking beast, but it's only 2 feet tall. Well, almost 3 feet. It's 2 feet 11 inches, so that's practically 3 feet, give or take an inch. Okay, that's pretty big. I was thinking like 2 feet tall, but like if it's 3 foot up to like around here, but it's like really massive, then that's quite a lumbering creature. I don't know how I feel about its mouth being so high up. You see how like the edge where its mouth is, it's the like the eye comes down below it, which is a bit doofy, I think. It doesn't look bad here though. It seems to work here, so we'll just see. I think it's from the side, it just feels a little high, but maybe it's like a blue whale sort of situation. I don't think I've ever drawn these Pokemon before. Anyway, let's read about it. Lyron is a stocky armored Pokemon with 4 short legs. Its body is dark gray and its eyes are sky blue. Its back is covered with segments of iron armor, each with a high ridge and round dark holes on the sides. The sides of its lower jaw have several flat protrusions, and 2 teeth are visible in its mouth. There are 2 pronged metal bands on its legs. The upper band is gray, and the lower is silver. Lyron smashes its steely body against others in battle over territory. It shows off its strength with the size of sparks it creates by ramming into rocks. It drinks nutritious mineral spring water and feeds on iron contained in rocks. It builds its nest on mountains where iron ore is buried, which results in it clashing with humans that are mining for iron. I want some iron! Iron! It's like an armored orca on legs. It really is. You know, it's even got like the reverse color palette of an orca, so I can see that. It definitely looks like an orca. It loves iron ore. Groups of them fight for territory by bashing one another with their steel bodies. It habitually shows off its strength with the sparks it creates by ramming its steel body into boulders. Let me see what it looks like from the back. There's some pretty interesting angles that they give for Lyron. Look at his tiny little tail! Look at his stubby little tail! One of my favorite things about Pokemon Go is being able to rotate around your Pokemon. You click on them and they do a little thing. Look at this! Look at this boy standing up on 2 legs, being all brah! The hinge for its jaw is very far back, too. It's a very far... Alright, last one. Now, Aggron I had on my list of ugliest Pokemon. Not as something bad about Aggron. It was like I made a list of Pokemon that I felt were really ugly, but in like a cool way. To be chosen as like the paragon of their species, or not species, but their type. So like I think Venusaur I chose for either poison or grass. It was poison. Venusaur I chose for poison as like one of the strongest. Not based on any like actual gameplay or like in terms of mechanics, but just like in this universe in terms of lore or like something like that. Like just completely arbitrarily I chose just completely based on appearance. I chose Venusaur because it's a big ugly brute, but it has this sort of majesty to it, you know? I always remember that Venusaur is the one I chose for for poison, because for grass I chose Tangrowth, which, before you say anything, I made it look a little different. I had it overgrow, and like it looked more like a giant like a muck kind of body shape, but like trailing behind, and it's got like vines all over, so it felt like it was just the embodiment of plant life. Most of them were like Gen 4 picks, because a lot of the ones that evolved from Gen 1 Pokemon, I felt like really kind of encapsulated what I was looking for in the appearance. Pokemon like what's it called? Magmortar is the third one. Electivire, what was Magneton? Magnezone is the third one. Licky. Like, those ones got in because, not necessarily because they're the ugliest of their type, but because they had that sort of final boss feel to them. And I picked Aggron, I think, for Steel. I'm pretty sure I had someone else for Rock. That's why I picked Aggron, because he seemed to fit within their sort of group dynamic in terms of appearance. But Aggron is a hulking 6 foot 11 inches tall, so a 7 foot tall beast. I always forget there's a Mega Aggron. I never remember that it Mega evolves. Let's see. Aggron is a huge bipedal Pokemon. It is primarily black with plates of silver-colored armor. The armor on its head has 2 pairs of holes with horns protruding from the foremost holes. Its forehead plating extends past its upper jaw in a small point. Okay, I get it. What was that noise? It has sky blue eyes and 2 nostril-like holes on the tip of its upper jaw. On the rim of its mouth are several pointed fang-like protrusions, and the nape of its neck and back have gray-silver armor sections. What? This is another one where I feel like if you tried to describe it to me line by line from the Pokedex, or rather from this Bulbapedia description, I would have no idea what you're talking about. It has wide, blunt spikes on its shoulders, gray silver bands on its arms and legs. Its hands and feet each have 3 claws. It has a thick, long, black tail that it can swing at enemies. Mega Aggron is bulkier, more heavily plated than its previous state. The horns on its forehead are now shorter. Horns on its forehead are now shorter? Oh, this is talking about Mega Aggron. Okay, I got so confused for a sec. Let's go back to Aggron. The gouges in Aggron's armor from previous battles are worn as mementos. The more wounds it has, the more it has battled. It claims a large mountain as its territory and fiercely defends it from trespassers. If its environment is damaged by a flood or a forest fire, it will restore the area by bringing in topsoil and planting trees. Aww, that's adorable! It burrows through the strongest of bedrock and digs tunnels. As it searches for iron to eat, its horns, which it uses to dig through bedrock when seeking food, grow a little longer at a time and can be used to determine its age. I like that. Aggron claims the entire mountain as its own territory and mercilessly beats up anything that violates its environment. This Pokemon vigilantly patrols its territory at all times. Aggron is surprisingly protective of its environment. If its mountain is ravaged by a landslide or a fire, this Pokemon will haul topsoil to the area, plant trees, and beautifully restore its own territory. This is like what I imagine a Venusaur to be. In my headcanon, I always imagined in like a Pokemon universe that a Venusaur would be like the Lord of the Forest and grow very big and kind of watch over the environment and protect the Pokemon there and sort of, you know, tend to the trees and all that. But this is exactly what Aron has been doing. Its iron horns grow longer a little at a time. They are used to determine the Aggron's age. The gouges in its armor are worn with pride as mementos from battle. Well, now you know I definitely need to give Aggron some scars because it keeps bringing it up. Hi, Master Wheeler! Zigzag is like, what happened? Crawls in half dead. Oh no, yeah, what happened? Why are you dead? Well, I didn't think it would come to this, but it's giving me the like a farmer vibes, you know? Like I wanna draw Aggron as a big old farmer now. Just woke up from a nap. Oof. Oof. Oh yeah, that'll do it. I hate taking a nap in the middle of the day. Aggron is the only dual-type Pokemon to lose a type upon Mega Evolution. Aggron is tied with Mega Steelix for the highest defense. Origin might be based on the Bulgasari, a monster that eats iron in Korean legend. Its draconic appearance was most likely inspired by how it appears in the film adaptation of the legend. It also seems to be based on Triceratops and various theropods. As its Pokemon category suggests, its appearance may also be inspired by plate armors, and its head resembles a knight or gladiator's helmet. Aggron may be a combination of aggro, aggressive, or aggregate, as in aggregate metals and iron. Okay. Well, let's give it a try! This is certainly going to be an interesting family. I wanted to start this stream a little early because of the complex nature of these Pokemon's designs, but I got distracted feeding my rats. I was quite in a panic before today's stream started. I let the rats out when I got home, and then I cleaned their cage, and I accidentally left a step stool a little too close to the edge of the edge of their playpen. So when I came back from dinner, it turned out Domino, the naughty boy that he is, had jumped out of the pen without me noticing. Oops. So I had to put him back, obviously. He didn't go anywhere. But what happened was I had left a peach pit from eating a peach last night on my desk. Which is not good. Because if you break into the peach's shell and eat the heart within, they contain small amounts of cyanide, which is not enough to harm a human, but as rats are very small, it could cause problems, and I had no idea where the peach pit went. It wasn't so much that he had ate it and like left a mess and I was worried that he had like poisoned himself. No, it was more like the whole pit was just completely missing with no trace whatsoever. And obviously, you know, they're smart enough not to eat that which is not food. So they would, I would assume, break into the shell and, like, you know, eat the stuff on the inside. But there wasn't even a mess of like broken up shells. So I wasn't freaking out too bad, you know, because I figure if he had actually eaten any, I would find a mess. But it was the fact that I couldn't find the pit at all anywhere. It just like completely vanished. Did cause me to worry a little bit, like what happened. Turns out it was all fine. Like half an hour before the stream started, I overturned my bed and it was just in my sheets. He had just cleaned the outside of any remaining peach and hidden the pit itself. So we're all clear. I hate this design, honestly. Like it's like he's got his head bandaged. You know, in the old-timey movies when people get like a toothache, they're like, oh, my tooth hurts, and then they tie a thing around their face for whatever reason, like their jaw hurts, so they tie a thing. That's what this looks like. It's like it's like he's tied a thing around his face because he has a toothache. And then this stuff in the back looks like plate armor, which I don't like drawing armor, just in general. And then it's just segments all over the place. There's something about a Pokemon where its arms are just attached by like these balls. Oh, so many Pokemon have this design element where they're just a big old thing, and then their arms get attached on with just a big dodgeball. Like it's a Lego or something that you can just click its arms on, like an action figure. I will give Aggron a pass because it is made of metals. So potentially, they're like deposits of armor that it's built up. But you know, like I think Blastoise has them too. A lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. Like Magmar, I think, has them. No, Magmar has the like the frilly ones. Magmortar, I think, is the one that gets them when it evolves. Okay. Again, the first time I draw these Pokemon during the Pokemon Family videos, it's mostly just me sort of figuring out how the Pokemon actually look. Not trying to make a pretty drawing, just trying to figure out the lay of the land, map out the body, get accustomed to it, and sort of seek out little landmarks, I guess. Like I wouldn't have known that this part needs to be drawn first over the chest part if I hadn't drawn it. Zero, I'm gonna start early. Zero's rats every time. Absolutely not. If you're still accepting songs for your playlist, I have one well-known franchise song I think Star Wars is a little too well known. I'm trying to not get taken off the air by copyright. Don't wanna play around with Disney. Hi Tails, how you doing? Domino's a thrill seeker. Trying to learn how to draw. Learn how to draw to learn. And not always draw to make pretty picture. On a related note, thumbnailing is hard. There's a type of drawing that I forget what it's called. Is it gesture or no, that's something else. But it's like where you draw not just the contour but the stuff within. I haven't done it in a long time, but they made us do it in college, where it's like if you were to draw a hand, you wouldn't just draw like the outside of a hand and maybe some like lines like that. They make you sort of follow the everything that you are looking at, and as your eye goes over a certain part, you would draw that in, and like it's fine to go into the drawing and into the form and not just stay to the outside. And you know, you end up with something that's pretty messy, but you're trying to, and they say even like, you know, go in so to find the shadows, you know, like that, almost like a blind contour, but you're allowed to look at the drawing, and you get something that's pretty that's not terrible. Maybe I'll save that one. Let's see. Disney will absolutely knife you down, says Wheelie. Sorry, Wheeler. Zigzagoon says, fair enough, I'll look elsewhere. Wheeler says, movie songs in general are dangerous. Yeah, I have a whole nother playlist of Disney songs. And like also one for non-Disney songs that I listen to in the car and stuff, but I tend not to have those on during streams unless they're like a housekeeping stream, in which I'm probably not going to keep anyways. But even the last housekeeping stream where I played some anime music, they like sent like I think YouTube sent me like 3 or 4 different emails about songs that were copyright flagged, and they're like, hey, you can't do this. I'm like, I know, I'm not keeping it up. You don't need to take any actions. Actually, I don't think I've even taken those down yet. Okay, well, this thing, I drew it, but I don't know if I understand it still. Something like that. It's all good. I don't save art streams. There have definitely been a few song requests from you that got parts of my stream muted. Oh yeah. I didn't know you take song requests, Wheeler. Tail says if it helps, I use Pokemon music all the time, and copyright has never picked it up. And Wheeler says, but for Zero who does save the streams, probably not a good idea. I mean, the art streams are all I do, really. So I have been told that people probably don't rewatch the saved streams, or don't tend to need, probably don't need the audio for them anyways. So I went back to using game music, which I had avoided for a while. But I don't I don't think I want to completely make them unsalvageable. Like, occasionally I like to reference something that I might have said or this and that. Make sure that I don't need to apologize for anything, you know? But, yeah. Other than that, I don't know about using only Pokemon stream music, because a lot of Pokemon music is like battle themes, and I can't really listen to battle themes for long periods of time. You'll notice the type of music I tend to pick for my streams are a little lighthearted sort of fare. Sort of chill sounding stuff. I still don't like it. I'm too caught up with like trying to draw the thing, and I can't draw the thing. Let me try drawing like the shape first. Making a kind of stocky character or species have a longer neck can sometimes be fun. It's just so ugly. Look at this big nose. Let's give it this Popeye stance. It's got a band across its chest, a band around its butt like a diaper, and then vertical ones, and again cross and then vertical, cross and then vertical. Whatever. Let's try Lyron. Tails is like, it's cute, you're just mean. I am mean. Wheeler says, me listens to overly hype XYZ Pokemon anime theme on loop for hours. You guys are too powerful. What about route music? Okay, so there's a reason why I don't have many Pokemon songs on my playlist, and that's because a lot of the ones that I really like, I like for nostalgic reasons, but when you go back to the old soundtracks, the kind of chiptune that they use for the game sounds sometimes hurts my ears. They're like this certain frequency that sound fine if they're coming from like a Game Boy, or like you're like, you know, playing and listening to it from your game, but like in my headphones in HD, like I don't even know how to describe the sound. It's like, it's not grating, but it's harsh. I think that's the word. It's harsh. And it's also the reason why I don't have many Mother Earthbound songs on here, because even though I love certain songs from those like On It and Winters and all that, the frequency at which the digital instruments that they use is a little hard to listen to for me, and like I've tried adding music from Oras, from the remake of Ruby and Sapphire, but it just doesn't have the same arrangement, you know? It's like, yes, it's the same song, but it sounds different. And while I can't listen to the difference, I also don't like the like it's I don't know. It's weird to say like, oh, I don't think it's just that the quality of the sound changes. I feel like they must have like changed the instrumentation or like the something else about it. But yeah, I like specifically like Little Root from the Game Boy. Sorry, no, was it the Game Boy? Oh my goodness, I think it was the Game Boy Advanced version. But that's just kind of how I listen to music. There have been times when I like a version of a song and then I hear a different version, I like it even more, but typically I have this sort of preference for the first version that I hear. Aron really is just a big old fish, isn't it? Just a big old whale. A whale of a man. Ugh, and it's got like 2 of these bands on its legs. Like, its legs aren't that big to begin with, and now you're gonna make me put 2 bracelets on? How am I supposed to fit all of this? Let's see. Lyra on. What about the Let's Go versions? They try to give them an energy similar to the anime, so maybe the nostalgia factor will still be there. I actually haven't heard any songs from the Let's Go versions. I should give those a try. Tail says, oh, I never use that XD, more like... Oh, I never use that. More like stuff from Gen 4 and up. If I do Kanto, I use Leaf Green... Oh, Let's Go Pikachu Eevee versions. I mean, it's fair if you don't want to use it. Watcher says, back and I see my link didn't get the green light. Okay, so the track called The Buccaneer Beach, and it's from the game Pac-Man World. Mega oof. I just listen to different versions of songs. It's part of how I listen to songs on repeat so long, listening to different versions. Tend to lean toward newer versions of a score if they don't differ so greatly from the original. I have to say, like, it's a give or take. I have definitely enjoyed like newer versions of songs, you know, but like the one that I think of all the time is when I tried to put Little Root on the playlist, and I went and listened to it from Orias. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ores. And it didn't click with me right, and so I went and I got the Ruby version, and then it like, I don't know, I couldn't listen to it for very long. Maybe there's like an instrumentation version out there that someone has done on like piano that I can get. But yeah, I actually haven't checked out Let's Go P soundtrack. I can't think of many songs from the original Kanto. Let me think. Well, there's definitely... Oh, Kanto does have the symphonic version, which I've listened to. I really like their bicycle theme. Da, 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 da. But let me think. Anything else? I guess I didn't really play Kanto very much recently. Like, I played Kanto a lot, but so long ago that it doesn't really... I don't have too many memory of it. There's the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What's that one? Is that just the route? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's the one where the guy is like, follow me. Whatever that sounds like. That one always makes me happy when I hear it. Let's go pee sure is a way to say that. Let's go pee! I mean, it's, you know... and also, hi, colorful chimera! Let's see, let me scroll up a bit. It's a... Oh, Raz. Oh, Raz. As someone who loves Job 2, that's probably for the best. Johto. Loves Johto. Although I'm more familiar with Gen 4 OST for Johto than I am with Gen 2. I also don't know many songs from Gen 2. I guess I just need to listen to more Pokemon soundtracks. Next time, actually, you know what? Let's try this time. Because there is, I don't know if I have it saved. Here. Bookmarks. Let's go to games, down to, because I don't know what it's called, but I have it. I think I have it. I might have it. No, do I not have it? Maybe it's under resources. Maybe it's just down here. Looks like I don't have it. It's gotta be under games. It's gotta be under games, right? I just need to scroll a little slower. I think these are actual games. Free video game OST. This is it. So, Pokemon. Let's go. Okay, how about just Pokemon? Pokemon. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Eevee. Alright. Oh gosh, that's loud. I assume this is like when Pikachu jumps out of the TV and like runs through the room. I saw that in the trailer. Wheeler says, I think a lot of regions have symphonic versions. Why is it still so loud? Like, I'm turning the volume thing so low. Okay. Let me know if you guys can't hear it, and I can turn it up a little bit more. Teo says, I always tend to be a sucker for the starting town, the first route, and the bike tune in each game. Wheeler says, the Follow People one is called Silly Psyduck in the anime soundtrack. I hope, let me see. Picked up an item, Pokemon Heal, Battle, Victory, Viridian Forest Catch, Success Catch. Caught a Pokemon, Professor Oak's Lab, Guide. I think number 6 on this playlist is called Guide. That might be it. We'll see. Nick says, "Hi y'all, I was lurking." I'm sorry, you guys. Is this really loud for you, or is it just me? I'm gonna put my headphones up a little. It's 5 p.m. and I want coffee, says Tails. Nick says, "I'm doing me some work." Good. Excellent. Join me as we draw together. Actually, I'm not drawing at all, but... Wheeler says, "I imagined Nick's heard Zero say, 'Let's go pee' from Tails' stream, came in to tell Zero no. Coffee and cheesecake. You should have some. That sounds delicious." Wheeler says, "I can't hear it. It's just you." Okay. Let me turn it up. Is that better? Or can you not hear it at all? Can you just not hear it at all? It should be coming in through the stream. I can see it. That's better? Okay. You might even hear it as actually, you know what? I'm gonna pause that. Turn that sound down. Of course it like ends the track right when I'm trying to... Okay. Zero endorsed my coffee habit. Blame Zero when I'm awake to tell Wheeler to have a good day at work tomorrow. Oh no, I'm complicit. I've encouraged the sleep crimes. What am I supposed to do with this thing? It's just a little Hollow Knight. Look at this. Hold on. Yeah, okay. This is another thing I have trouble with is when there's no neck. a lot of just not even Pokemon, a lot of like monster designs, especially cute ones, don't give their designs necks. It's just circle and then head, and they're just connected. But then when I try to like imagine it from the side, I'm just like, what? What? How do? No connection? Not saying it's a problem with the design, just saying it's a problem when I try to draw said design, because I can't visualize how it's supposed to work in my head. I need to move the legs back, I guess, like the legs. I give it like a really big forehead. It doesn't have a tail! Oh no! It's just a little bug. It's just a wee little bug. Alright, well, I don't think I'm gonna really understand these things, so let's just try and think of a scene. So as we found out, Aron is a bit of a agriculturist, a farmer, one would say. He likes to cultivate the environment and stuff. So let's plop him down on a bit of rock maybe, and he's got maybe a rake, one hand. Give him like a sun hat, a little straw hat. Block the sun out of his eyes. Does he even need a sun hat when he's got that nose? I don't know. What should he have like a pipe maybe? Have a little smoke. I can't get his leg to cross high enough to be over his knee over here. Maybe I can bring his knee down. Bring his butt down, maybe? It's kind of just staring off into the nowhere. What if I had him looking down at whatever it is Aron and Laren are doing? What are they doing? I can have the other one here. Well, he's taking a break. He's obviously taking a break, so should the other ones be taking a break too? Hello, Cherry Chocolate. Says, hi, this guy looks cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with a little scene. Trying to think of what the other ones could be doing. Let's see. So if he's like pointing, like do it like this. It's like, put that there. His arm up, and then, nah, put it back. Put that thing back where it came from. Let's have him watering, maybe. Little baby Aron is watering the plant. Like that. Or like this, maybe? Now it just looks like he's mad. Okay, how about... Well, let's save this boy, because he's cute. But let's try a different... Oh no, I wanted him to like be like holding it above his head, but his arms don't extend that long. Dinner time! Alright! Alright, Wheeler. Ardo is live. Ardo-mew? Tail says, Zero, your music seems a bit high compared to your voice. Let me turn that down then. Hopefully that's not too low. I put it up because earlier Zig and Watcher Watcher Zigzagoon and Wheeler couldn't hear it. So today was the first day of classes back at school. Nothing much feels like changed for me, honestly, because the School of Art is trying to stay online, so our students aren't like back. But today is the first day, and the campus is a little more full than usual. Anyone else starting school already? First day of classes, anyone else? Okay, I know. I'll have him holding... a sproutling. I don't know how a sprout looks, but it's like something like this probably. Trying to get it look right. I want his spike to be over here. Because if he's walking this way, then the back spike would be over here, but then you wouldn't be able to see it. So I don't know what's happening. I guess he was like going this way, and he's like, no, put it here. Maybe he's got a shovel instead? I don't know. You don't usually have a shovel up in the air like you do a rake. You know, usually it's like stuck in the ground. Which I could have also. I could have it stuck in the ground here and then him have his like arm on it like that. Actually, let's give that a try. Oh, wow. Tail says, same here, first day of classes. Zig says, nope, I'm long since done with school. Nick says it can be a bit higher, but yeah, it was blasting. Okay, let me turn it a little bit higher. Okay. Tail says it was stressful. I am ready for bed now because he immediately made 3 assignments due first day. Woo, boy. Immediately assigning 3 whole assignments. Oh, man. Yeah, are your classes, like, being shortened at all? Are the professors, like, trying to make things shorter? Because I know in some schools, they're, like, trying to... I think maybe my sister's school, they're like, trying to get through a semester's worth of stuff in less time so that they can, like... I don't know, end school early and stuff. Which I can only imagine makes it pretty tight on the assignments and such. Okay, what should I do with Laren? Kanto is the region of music that I recognize the jingles for, but I wouldn't be able to, like, hum them if you said, you know, like, hum me 5 Kanto ditties off the top of your head. But if you were to show me a song from Kanto, I'd be like, ah, that's that. Or like, I recognize that song. Lyron is just really excited to be here. Wheeler's back with dinner! Yeah, my sister's first day was today too. She said one teacher didn't know how to work the tech and the other was 40 minutes late. And everyone got a strongly worded email for not showing up. Tails says, yeah, that checks. Wheeler says, I'd once again like to note that I chose the perfect year to graduate. Although, since I'm in the video game degree, even the old people are pretty tech savvy. Tails says, Wheeler, you really did. Wheeler says, also they done really change the jingles through the series, unless you're talking the pre-trainer battle jingles. Still heard Lyron. Lyron. Really wish my field didn't basically require a master's degree. Since that's just it's clearly just make it me. I actually don't know how to pronounce Lyron. Larian. Iron. I could have him like sitting. I don't know if its anatomy would allow it to sit like this, but it's a bit big. Maybe put it up here. Ah, it's so gross. Okay, let's redo the whole thing. Like Roxy's dug up, maybe like there and here and there and here. Hole. I like its mouth open. When its mouth is open, I get to draw this like weird gaping tongue. Like it's this sort of square jaw that it has, which I really like. I like its like fangs. When its mouth is closed, it just seems a little disproportionate to its face where its jaw is supposed to be. Okay. I also, the shape of its head is a little awkward for me. I can't figure it out. Like I kind of like this one, but it's too long. Oops. Where'd you come from? Go away. Does that work? Okay, what if Aron was a little smaller? I could make Aron a little smaller and then move him over, which will give me room to move Larion, I feel like Aron seems a little small. I feel like Aron would be much bigger than this. Which, you know, instead of doing that, let's make these two a lot smaller. Let's see if that helps. Aron gives off a bit of a Thanos vibe to me. It must be the chin. Okay, let's see. Agrov. Okay, and then overall I can scale it back up. That feels a little bit better in terms of the size. Layer on. Wheeler says, neither do I, but I sure do hear Lyra in there whenever you say it. I don't know if its anatomy would allow it to sit like this, but my cartoony art style sure does. This is my favorite Gen 1 song. This one that's currently playing? Road to Cerulean City, leaving Mount Moon. I always think of the anime version when I hear it. The first time I heard it in-game, I didn't know the games came first. So I was like, oh, it's the song from the games. You mean from the anime? Oh, gosh. Ugh. Zigzagoon says, you know, now that you mention it, so do I a little. Even though I hardly remember it. That song from the anime. When I like hear things that remind me of or like come from something else that I had experienced first, I always say, oh, it's from that thing. Even if it like was derivative in the other direction. To my monkey brain, I'm always like, yes, it is from that thing. And like, you can correct me, and I will understand that it is the other way around. But the association is already there. It already, in my brain, feels like the thing is in that direction, because it to my existence, it came first, whether it did or not. It is good trivia to know that it didn't come first, or like which one did come first, or which one inspired which one. But you always get that like first moment of, oh, it's from this thing. Like when I first went to Broadway and saw The Lion King on Broadway, the first one, there's a song in there that Rafiki sings, and Rafiki doesn't have any songs in the movie except for the Sambasa Squaspinala, if you count that. But she sings a song in the musical, and it's the "He lives in you, he lives in me, he watches over everything we see." And that's when Simba's like looking into the water, and that song is used as the intro to Lion King 2, and I could never really, like, people have said all sorts of things, like, one way or another. Some people think it was in the musical first, some people think it was in Lion King 2 first. I don't know for sure, but as far as I can tell, I saw it in Lion King 2 first, and then I saw it on Broadway, and but I'm pretty sure it was in Broadway first, because in the Lion King 2 like DVD, or not DVD, like the VHS, there were like ads for the Broadway version of the musical before the movie starts. So I feel like at some point they were like, oh, with hit songs from the Broadway. But I was definitely, when I was sitting in that Broadway seat, I definitely had that moment of, oh, it's the song from Lion King 2. Something funny, the Pokemon theme was in the games first. What, the catch, like, I wanna be the very best, that one? Song everyone thinks when you say Pokemon theme is originally from the anime. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by Pokemon theme. Like, you're saying a track that's called Pokemon theme? Oops, I gave Laron, Agron's arm things. The one that plays on the title screen of every game. The dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. That one? I guess I don't see that as much of a theme. Like, when you say it, then yeah, I'm like, oh yes, that is quite the theme. It's like the theme of the Pokemon. When you hear that song, I definitely think Pokemon, but when you say theme, I'm like, Pokemon theme? I want to be the very best. Yeah, it's so funny. The Pokemon theme song. I guess that would be the differentiation is one is a Pokemon theme song, like it's got words in it, and then the other one is the theme. I mean, it's like still a song, so you could say it's a theme song, but it's not like a theme song, like an anime theme song. Like, shoot, now I'm second guessing what a theme song is. Nah, yeah, I think if you say Pokemon theme to anyone and ask them to hum it, they would go to the anime one. Tail says, I want to go to Broadway one day. Which Broadway would you like to go to? I'd love to see Cats on Broadway someday. I went to Broadway because I was in orchestra, and we went to New York for one of the festival things. Like every semester, or not, every year in high school orchestra, we would have a field trip to like a part of the country, so that we can like play for a contest or whatever. And then, but we would the competition would only be like part of a day, and then we'd have 2 other days to just hang out and be on vacation. Basically, it was great because we got to skip our classes on Friday, and like we would usually be gone all weekend. But I don't know what I'm doing with Laron. Yeah, pull up my reference. But yeah, it wasn't even that much either. Like every student paid about 500, I think. We go as a group, and they chose the musical, so we just watched Lion King. I didn't have a say in which Broadway I saw, but it was amazing. I will say it's not one that I would see a second time. It's a great spectacle, but it really was just like the most expensive and most professionally put together stage recreation of the movie. Like, it was just the movie, but the puppets and the stage, like all the way they like transform the stage and stuff for certain scenes was pretty worth the experience. But I don't know if I would say it's like I don't know if I would put that on my like favorite musicals, you know. I would want to see Cats the musical because I've only ever enjoyed the what's it called, the VHS version, and like since I like it so much, I know they've taken some stuff out of the VHS for time, I assume, or this and that and the other reason. So it would be interesting to see it live. I hear it's also like part of the appeal is seeing it live and like the spectacle of it. But other than that, I don't really know of any other Broadway productions. I think, obviously there's Phantom of the Opera. There's, some other Disney ones like the Little Mermaid and Aladdin are on Broadway. But then there's like a bunch that I just don't even really know about. One is the theme for the anime, one is the theme for the series. The title screen one is named Pokemon Main Theme in the Smash Brothers games. Zigzagoon says Broadway, huh? Plan on getting a part in Cats? Are you kidding me? I would never be able to survive a production of Cats. I'm not even like trained to walk down the street, let alone dance for as long as they do. Tails is like not Cats. Anything but Cats? Aw, come on, Tails. Zigzagoon says, is that like a sequel or spin-off or something? Wheeler says, I miss Lyron already. Lyra on. Zero turned it Lyra off. Leon! Obviously there's Phantom of the Opera. Oh, was that supposed to be obvious? I don't know if Les Mis is on Broadway. I think there's like a London cast one. That's the one that I like to listen to. Okay. I think they're all set. As well as I can fit them. Lyron feels a little smushed. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe make it even smaller. The symphonic version of the Pokemon songs that they did for like their anniversary or whatever it was, are a little boring to me. They drag on a little longer. This version of the songs feels almost like the symphonic version, but it's like properly paced. You can't tell, I'm not much of a classical music person. Even though I did play in the orchestra, it's not one to listen to classical music. Okay, I think that's all I can do for it. It's not gonna get any better, no matter how much I noodle the doodle. So, let's turn this down and go in with some line art. Let's see. Curses. My inability to draw hats once again comes to bite me. Hats, my one weakness. How in the world? Okay, I think something like... Ugh. I'm also trying to fit it where his horns are so that they can go through the brim of the hat. Maybe I need another sketch. Let's see, his nose is like that. Head is like that. Chin. Put in the horns. Put in the hat over like this. Oopsies. Clip does this weird thing where if you pull out a guide, it like makes a new layer for it. It always surprises me. What about Spam-A-Lot, says Zigzagoon? I think I've heard of it. Thwarted again by the hat. Hat brims are something I have not yet figured out. Okay, let's try line art again. Oh, this song makes me think of Pokemon Stadium. Is this song from Pokemon Stadium? Or was it in this game? And by this game I mean the Kanto games first. I don't even remember which game it was that this song is from. Let me think. Was it the Rattata run? The one where the Rattata are like running? I want to say maybe it was that one, but I don't remember if that one was in the first or the second Stadium games. it was in the Kanto games first. Yeah, I definitely only remember this from Stadium. I didn't play much Kanto. I got to Lavender Town and I got stuck, and then I never picked it up again after that. I did give the game to my friend who got me out and then put me in front of the Elite Four with a Mewtwo in my party, and everyone was level 100. So I beat the game technically, but there was no sense of accomplishment. There was no really victory there. And then when I got Fire Red, I don't think I ever beat the game either. So I don't think I've ever beaten a Kanto game. Stuck in fuchsia when it wants you to find the gold teeth. Nothing like finding free textbooks on the internet, which is definitely illegal, mind you. Wheeler says it's the minigame menu music in Stadium. Oh, that's probably why. Also can relate. Did beat Fire Red close to release, but PYNL was the first time I ever beat a true blue Gen 1 game. Tails says, I feel like a lot of people I know got stuck with the golden teeth. I only didn't because I had a guidebook, to be honest. Wheeler says, wait, this may be my actual favorite song in the game. Rocket Hideout? Zigzagan says, in Soul Silver, I barely beat the Elite Four with Meganium, Arbok. Wheeler says, I made lyrics to the Fire Red Leaf Green version of the song as a kid. That's adorable! You should share. I'm not much good at songwriting, but whenever I do try my hand at it, I try very hard. Like, I go all in with cadence and I try to make things not sound like unnatural. Like, whenever there's a song in Japanese that I really like and I want to be able to sing along, I'll like attempt to dub the song, but I'm so picky about the lyrics that I never really finish. And the few times that I have it, like I have my head buried so deep in the songs that it doesn't actually come out good. There's a song from Pompoko. It's a little Ghibli film about Tanuki, and it's called Anytime. Wait, what's it called? It's called shoot, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the song that they all sing together at the end, and it's really cute. I really wanted to sing along because it's basically just the same like chorus over and over again. So I went to go and see the lyrics, and the lyrics are like literally like a whole measure of lyrics would be translated to like 2 words. it was ridiculously like they would be singing for a whole minute and then it would be like a short phrase, and I'm like, how do you translate this? How do you create a version of this? Okay, I am going to give him a little scarf bandana though, so I think that's cute. You know, actually, I don't know where exactly I was stuck in Pokemon Red. I just know I was always finding myself back in Lavender Town. So, in my memory, I was stuck in Lavender Town. It was possible that there was, like, a different place I was supposed to be in, and so technically I was stuck there, but like, running around, I would always go back there to Lavender, and then, like, I couldn't find my way out, is what I remember. Which is weird, because I think later on I went and played Blue, and, like, it's not like it closes you in or anything. So I must have just been really dumb as a kid. I don't know. I don't like how this one looks. Let me try again. Wheeler says, I was thinking it'd be a cool thing to show off if, let's be honest, when I stream Fire Red or Leaf Green. Fun fact, the generic wild battle from old games is very rare in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I guess because most of the time you're just doing the Pokemon Go. I believe there are like 6 battles with it in the whole game, while it has more of a Pokemon Go-like theme for wild encounters. Oh, like 6 specific battles have that battle theme. That's cool. Zig says, I gotta say, I love this. Wheeler says, basically it saves the wild battle theme for an actual wild battle rather than the Pokemon Go style. When would you have an actual wild battle? Like, is it a game point? Like a story point for the game? Which, funny enough, almost makes it the legendary battle music. Oh, Snorlax, okay. They don't make you throw the Pokeball as Snorlax? And I feel like, I'm surprised they didn't have, like, an actual Legendaries battle theme. Guys, I can't wait. After the stream, I'm gonna have a donut. I bought some donuts yesterday, and I haven't been able to eat any. Alright, so the hand goes over like a glove. Something I always hated as a kid when I was watching, like, the Land Before Time sequels, but that I find myself doing now, is when things that shouldn't bend, like claws. Like when you have a character that has a hand and then their fingers are just claws. The claws would not bend, but Sir Francis needs to be able to pick things up, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna bend those claws. But like, as a kid, it would always drive me crazy. I'm like, that shouldn't happen. I don't know why I don't like how that looks. Give me a sec. Hi, Leonard! Leonardo! Oh no, now I want a donut, says Leonardo. Go nuts for donuts. Also, speaking of Pokemon Go, Baby Zero. No, you can't bend the claws. Grown Zero. Gotta bendy the claws to pick things up. Yep. Especially, like, I think it especially stood out to me in Land Before Time because they, like, texture the claws so that you can tell it's, like, supposed to be bone, like, bony texture on it. But yeah, it's good to have ya. Come in, Leonardo Mapachi. Finally getting some Pokemon families done again. Unfortunately, the rats refuse to come out to entertain. Yeah, Gen 1 didn't have a lot of themes that are standard later. It's like a cartoony looking shovel, but it gets the point across. How am I doing on time? 9:19. Oh boy. Yeah, school's starting again, so my sister's gone back to school. Her brother's still playing computer games all day. His school doesn't start until Labor Day. But I'm trying to get normal hours of sleep again, because while there's no students to pester, I expect with people actually on campus again, things might start picking up. And the building is for some reason open. Like, the director of our school, the art building, decided everything's gonna be online again this semester. The rest of the campus is, you know, doing their own thing. School to school, but the doors are all open. Like, they're not locked and we don't have to swipe to get in as faculty. So that means students will be able to come in? Do I open the doors so I can answer questions, or... We've already gotten one job. Not for like a school assignment or anything, but one of our previous clients, who just happens to also be a student, wanted something printed, and then we're doing curbside pickups, so they drive up to the back of the building and we come out in our mask and stuff and hand them their print jobs. But yeah, I think on Wednesday I have like a meeting at 9 a.m. and I'm just like, how am I gonna wake up in time for that? Luckily it's just a WebEx meeting, so it's online, so I can just roll out of bed and splash water in my face. How many of you guys are online this semester? You got online courses, or are you going back to school in class? Video classes? Any art students? I still don't really know what the art professors are doing. I think that's what the meeting on Wednesday is, which is weird that we're having it like 3 days after the first day of class. I hate this armor! I don't know how to draw plate armor. Okay, let's put... What is this? What is this song? Sounds like something out of, sounds like a upbeat version of something you would hear in Death Note. Let's see. Leonard says, also Zero, say hi to the rats for me. I don't know, I think they're in that box over there. I put out a bunch of veggies for them, but they haven't touched their salad really. I think they're a little uncomfortable. I don't know why, but Duncan had a bit of a scare the other day. He was like, I found him suddenly, he was doing fine, he was like running around, and then suddenly I found him like a little bit wobbly, and he was like pressing his chin into the ground, and then when I like picked him up, he was all drooly, like he was drooling a lot. And I got worried because I thought maybe he was choking. The internet said that rats, when they choke, would have their mouths gaped, and like there's really nothing you can do but let them choke it out, and if they stop breathing, then you can like do stuff, but otherwise anything you do would probably just stress them out more. But no, his mouth was like clamped shut, so I wasn't sure if he was choking or not, and like I was worried that he was you know, like maybe got into some poison, but I don't have any poison around. Not there's some like ant stuff, but it's not in their playpen, and he didn't escape. Domino's the one that escapes all the time. So I really couldn't tell what was going on with him. He seemed to get better after a while. He like started... Well, the first thing that let me know that he was probably fine even while he was like drooling, it was he could still walk around and he wasn't like falling over. But he did seem very uncomfortable, and then he kind of started eating again later, so I could tell he was breathing, because I don't think he would like be eating stuff or could eat stuff if he couldn't breathe. I kept trying to feel his little paws, because they said they'll get cold if they can't breathe or like turn blue, but he also like doesn't like being held very much, so it's hard to pick him up. He's been a little timid ever since that. And then Domino, I think I was trying to rub some oil on his fur for him, and he got spooked so bad he like jumped out of my hand. And when I tried to grab him, I think I might have like grabbed him a little hard, because he's a little upset too, but I don't know. That wouldn't... He was fine like right after that, so that wouldn't really account for why he's suddenly all shy today. He's probably tired. For anyone just joining, he did escape earlier today. Found himself a peach pit. Thankfully, he didn't eat the peach pit. He just kind of cleaned the outside of it. Maybe it's too hard for him. I don't know. But, that was a bit of a scare for me. They're just being naughty boys. Let's see. So, a shovel night? Nope, a farmer. Schools aren't open here in Mexico yet. It's all online here or on TV for kids. Mouse is here! What's up? Sorry I didn't see you earlier. That must have been way earlier, because then I started talking about stuff. How are you doing? How was the drive? I hope you are settling in well into your new place. Hope the rabbits are doing okay. Leonardo says, at least brush your hair. Yeah, that's fair. Tails is me all online. Thank goodness. Mouse says, I'm about to be online against my will because I think I have COVID. Oh no! What? In fairness, your poor art professors also probably don't know what they're supposed to do. Don't you just have a throat tickle? It's only the beginning. Also, I say this as well. What? Oh no! Everyone, make sure to wear your masks. Mouse might have COVID in the chat. Don't want to catch it from the chat. Don't joke about COVID. Sorry. Sorry. But yeah, maybe from all the party when, like, right before you left. But hey, at least, hopefully it clears up. And, at least it's just the start of the semester. If you can do it online, then it's good that you can, stay. Stay quarantined. And you don't have a roommate, right? Got tested earlier when I showed up at school conveniently. Try not to panic until you at least get 1 or 2 symptoms. Maybe try to get tested. Oh, good. Convenient. If I have COVID, my life is over. No, it's not. If you're healthy, you can hunker down and hopefully have to go into isolation housing. Oh, that sounds difficult. Did you get the wad thing up your nose? Eee. So did my mom. Mouse, I feel like you had to have made your previous choices with this consequence in mind. Look, I did, but I'm allowed to be sad. I've heard it's awful. It's actual words. Once you think they possibly couldn't stick it further. Ooh, no! Ooh. You can live your life without going to parties and rando smooching, OMG. Darn, why are you guys always wanting me to say the F word? I was about to leave home for 3 months. Didn't want to spend my last few days in Long Island just holed up at home alone. Want to see my friends and do things that make me happy. The way you tried to joke and then realize, and then you read Zigzagoon's message was great. Yeah. Just like, cause that happened like moments ago. Especially cause life this summer has just gotten a ton better. Well, that's good. I want these things. Sometimes you can't do these things for the sake of your health and the health of others, but also, like everyone says, it doesn't mean your life is over. Hopefully the worst of it is going to isolation. I really hope your uni has a way to help with that. Yeah. It's BS and it's not fair. Like a way for you to get your work waived. No! It might happen accidentally, but I'm try to be aware of it on streams. But yeah, sorry to hear that, Mouse. I hope this doesn't, pose problems with your rabbits having to move. Isolation housing sounds like you'll have to, like, move to a different housing location for a while. Which is weird because I thought you didn't have roommates, so I would figure you could just stay where you are, but I don't know how it works. But yeah, having it definitely sucks whether you're in good health or not. People are like, oh, it's just like having a bad cold, but I don't know when the last time you had a bad cold was. It feels like you're dying. Your body gets all shivers and can't eat. No appetite. Wouldn't want to wish that on anyone. I hope you feel better and that you end up not having it. But if you do, like everyone's been saying, you're a strong mouse. We need you to survive. This leg is not working as well as it did in the sketch. Do 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 do. Fudge. Let Zero say bad words, says Wheeler. Just say fudge. Let us hear you curse. It's funny. No one is waiting with a list if you're a good girl or not. It's not about being good. It's just I don't like it doesn't go with my brand or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is that prevents me from being able to say words like the F word and stuff. They're such versatile words too. It almost feels like a challenge at this point. Though it's weird, I still do get a bit of a weird feeling in my gut when I hear my little brother say curse words. When he's like on call with his friends or whatever and I catch just a glimpse of a word here and there and I'm like, don't know how I feel about that. What is this? We're back. A dinosaur tail. Yeah, hopefully everything goes well, Mouse, says Wheeler. Mouse says if they try to argue that the rats can't come to isolation housing, I'm going to fist fight them. This mouse is not easy to deal with when she's pissed. Zigzagoon says you could also say fire. Zigzagoon says last cold I got was, well, I believe it was winter of 2019. Mouse says I'm praying I have literally any other respiratory illness. Leonard says, I think my main concern regarding the pandemic is infecting my senior citizen parents. Zigzagoon says, well, I doubt bronchitis is contagious. I should know I have it. Kale says, same here, Leo. Zig says, so does my grandma. Mouse says, I can agree that I'm glad I'm half a stay away from my parents so I can't infect them. Wheeler says, my brand. Mouse says, Zero, what if I give you $20 to say the F word just once? I don't know, Mouse. I got plenty of $20. Tail says, I live with my dad and aunt who are over 60 and Nix has asthma, so I am always afraid of getting them sick. Zig says, Mouse, you'd have to give her $2,000. Wheeler says, for some reason I can write them but not say them. Man, I can't even write them. Tail says, and the fact that you can apparently spread it long before you have symptoms always scares me. That's what I'm scared of, is the asymptomatic. I live with my grandma who's like definitely really super old and also not in the best health. But yeah, like now that I'm going back to work, my mom's going back to work, and my mom is like a lunch lady at a school, so she's gonna be in contact with a lot of people, I think. It's quite scary. Mouse says, I don't know how to turn off swearing mode. I mean, it's just your normal vocabulary. Zigzagoon says, despite our sailor mouths, Mom prefers we not swear under my roof. Well, maybe sailor is an inaccurate rank. We do swear. Hi, rat rascal! Hi, hi! Wheeler says, oh, I think this is where Pikachu or Eevee make you a bouquet of flowers. We gotta swear. What, really? Mouse is raising to 30. How about this? If you say the F word once, I will donate $30 to a charity of your choice. Make it 300. Kale says, 0, I have plenty of 20s, but not many Fs to offer. Yeah, living with the elderly, those at risk is the scariest part. 0, plenty of wooden nickels to give. Who knows what dipstick is going to get me sick while I try to, like, do grocery shopping. The P words. It's funny, I never thought of piss as a swear word, but every time I say it, Tails loses her mind. I guess in certain contexts it's considered a bad word, but I just never considered it one. It's certainly a mental block thing that I have that makes me not want to say those kind of words. Kind of the same sort of aversion I have to, like, hand holding. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna get this done on time. I'm barely done with Aggron, and it's already almost 10. These armor things. Trying to get them look three-dimensional. Not so much three-dimensional, but at least give them some, like, some dimension. Make them look solid. There was some video game noise in there. soft swear? Hell I can say because, well, we talk about it all the time. Yeah, see, I can't even say the C word or the S word in regards to poop. So I don't know why piss comes fine to me. Yeah, I can't say the B word either. E10 is for soft swears. Making it impossible. Most swears are connotated by short, hard sounds. We're just laying out a minefield, setting up every mine along the way. Instead of F-bomb, they're F-mine, stepping on another mine. Strange. It is unrelated, but I adore the phrase, a landmine deals with pressure better than you. Oh, wow. That sounds like my friend's aunt. These like concentric rings around the tail. I don't know how they're supposed to look. Ah! I'm just gonna leave it at like that, maybe. Oof. Okay, and then let's put in some rocks here. Oh, I should probably have done that on a different layer. But yeah, about the B word though, I feel like most people don't even consider it much of a swear because it's all over like TV shows. Especially anime. It's kind of dumb and annoying because it doesn't always sound like it fits. But it's like the go-to word for them to use if they want to like insult someone. I feel like it might have something to do with like needing an insult that has a certain amount of lip flaps. Maybe it's just like the best that won't get them in trouble, but like also sounds edgy. Okay, I don't often put my line art on different layers, but I'm going to for these guys. Oh no, not more of these concentric rings. Whoa, you guys. Let's see. Oh man, DAMN, that's one of my favorite words that I can't say. It's like there's no replacement for it. And it's the one that I would probably like incorporate into my vocabulary first if I were to choose one. Can't find if it's a coincidence or not. I don't recall hearing it in E10 game unless it's referred to the animal. Hee-haw! Mario and Rabbids' his teeth. I swap his teeth. On a related note, has anyone ever seen game shows where they censor a word? Oops! A mis-censor. The second one, Mouse. A legit and incredible word. It's so underrated. Maybe if it's used in terms of the sword. This raccoon needs some snack-coons. I see. Following the steps of Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, even when there's like a loophole, it's hard for me to get it out of my gut. I don't know what it is. Why is it so hard? It just doesn't feel right to me for some reason. I don't know. Like when you've done something or not done something for such a long period of your life that to suddenly like give in, it seems like you're giving up or something. It's like this game we play. Still mocking Nintendo, let Ubisoft do it. Maybe you're just not used to it, because when I was a kid and only just started to swear, it was definitely hard to get out. I just pushed through because I wanted to prove I was metal. It's probably partly because I'm not used to it, but also it's like, I can say the words. It's not like, you know, like I know when I would want to use them. It's just I've not done it for so long. It's almost like I would have lost a bet with myself if I did start to. It's like the dumbest thing ever, but and I also don't want to get to the point where I can't stop saying them. Because I absolutely feel like I would. Let the floodgates, you know? It's like on that list of can say swear but chooses not to, can't say a swear, is not allowed to say a swear. I'm like in the can't category. Gives me the same weird feeling in my belly as, like, a slur word would. I hate how this looks! These stupid concentric rings. These bands of iron. Is it just me, or does the music sound awfully lo-fi? Like they switched to the Game Boy version of the tracks at some point and I didn't notice. Except I did a lot earlier, but it's not until this song is just like dun 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 dun. So weird. Why do they have these in Let's Go Pee? Yeah, it says Viridian Forest, Pokemon Yellow. Is there a point in the game where they use these? Because we're still in the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee soundtrack right now. Maybe this website just put them together for some reason? I don't know. Odd choice if they did. Since they have like a Pokemon Yellow also on the site. Oh, wait a minute. These leg parts should be sticking out and then back in like this. Whoops, looks like these come directly out without a break. Alright, yeah, that's enough of that. Let's put on my playlist again that I have downloaded for this exact situation. Butt up in the air. Oh look, Domino's come out for a snack. Leonard says, I wanted something sweet. All I have is dried meat. Oh no. Not even the teriyaki beef jerky, sweet and spicy. I picked up a bunch of beef jerky at the store the other day because I never know what flavor I like. Because whenever I see the teriyaki flavor, I'm like, ooh, I like that. But then I like eat it and it's not what I wanted. At least that's how I remember it. So this time I was smart. I only got a small thing of teriyaki and I got a bunch of like other flavors to try. There's so many brands of them too. Mouse says, I miss air conditioning. Oh no. Your dorm doesn't have air conditioning? It's so weird. Are your bunnies okay with the hot? I just realized before I got rats, I got a thermometer for my room so that I can make sure it's like the right temperature for them, and I haven't checked it once since I got them. Like, they don't seem to be bothered at all by whatever temperature it is, you know? Like, they're not like puffed up or melted. So just going off of like their body language, I think they're fine. But I did get this device to check that the temperature is right for them, so I should probably actually use it to check the temperature. And then, like, I also haven't weighed them since I got them. I was going to, but they were so skittish at first, it like completely fell out of my mind as something to do, because all I could think about is to try and get them to like me. Should probably jump on that as well. I'm surprised to hear a dorm would not have air conditioning. Sure doesn't. Bunnies are okay, I am upsetty. Do bunnies tend to like it warm or cold? I feel like it would be pretty toasty down in the tunnels. My rats aren't literally melting, so they should be fine. They do this thing where they will, like, spread out if they're too hot. They'll, like, you know, like, kind of just melt into a puddle. But it's always cold down here, so probably shouldn't have expected them to feel hot. upsetty spaghetti. They like the same temperature as us, about. Clover with all that fur would definitely not survive in the heat of the summer. Like, that black fur, I feel like... I would be afraid to have him in the car for too long. Unless the AC was on, of course. But my car, even with the AC, can still get pretty toasty. Like, the AC does not work well in my car. I'd probably make like an ice pack if I had to bring the rats anywhere long distance in the heat. Okay. Yeah, if I can get the line art done today, then I will be sitting pretty. I am not getting the whole picture done, though, unfortunately. Mouse, I'm so glad you watched it. Oh my goodness, the chess video. It's so good. It's like this video on YouTube, this guy like describes a chess match as if it's some kind of shonen battle. Chess and Go are two board games. Can I call them board games? Would that offend people? Are two tabletop games that I've always wanted to know how to play well, but like never cared enough to actually play well. There was an anime about Go at one point that I watched, and that got me really into Go. But aside from that, yeah, it's like... just seemed a little, didn't seem that interesting to me. Chess, I was really into for a while, until I realized there are, like, strategies and formulas, and that people, like... It was like the Rubik's Cube. I was really into playing with Rubik's Cubes, and, like, trying to solve them, until, I realized most people who, like, solve Rubik's Cubes are following a set pattern in which you have to like turn the gears, or else you won't actually be able to solve the thing. Like, otherwise you'd be like undoing what you've done, or I don't know what the science behind it is. All I know is they're like, if you don't do like this, and then this, it won't work. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. I'm not gonna sit here following instructions on how to turn the gears. I'm sure like you could eventually solve a Rubik's Cube if you just like turn it on your own, but once I found out there was like a formula to it, and it wasn't just like you can sit there and accidentally I don't know, accidentally isn't the right word, but like on your own intuitively just solve it. Maybe you can, maybe I was just dumb. But it sounded like you couldn't to me. Like, it sounded like if you want to do it right, you have to learn the formula and follow the pattern. And that's how chess is. Like, if you want to play it well, you gotta learn the strats and, like, there's different types of moves that mean certain things. Like if you go here, then you're setting up for this or that and the other thing, and for some reason that just wasn't as interesting to me. But I'm starting to swing back around to finding that stuff interesting again. Like, strategy, maybe. Maybe I can get into that kind of game. I mean, it's still too much study and practice for me to actually get into, but it makes me kind of interested to, like, maybe I'll look up some videos on people talking about it, that kind of thing. Which is why I put that video on my playlist, not realizing it was gonna be comedy gold and, like, one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. That's a little too much. But certainly today. I appreciate when someone can explain something really technical in a way that creates a narrative that I can follow. It's already, friend. It's jumping around. Hikaru no Go. Yeah. Funny thing, I saw that anime first in Chinese for some reason. I think it was one of those anime along with I think Case Closed was the other one that my mom, like, bought a box set in China for me because it was, like, super cheap, but it turns out it's, like, even though they were DVDs, it was only in Chinese and there were no subtitles. And so I just watched the whole thing, half understanding everything. It was the same for Hikaru no Go. Which was difficult, yes, but, like, I could still get through it. When, my mom went back to China and, I was like, oh, maybe you can pick up another box set of Case Closed. She came back with a box set that had Chinese and Japanese in it. But not as language options. Just both audio tracks that play at the same time on top of each other. So even with my small amount of understanding of Chinese, I couldn't, like, decipher it, but it had subtitles in Chinese. So, yeah, whatever the first one was at least watchable. The second, I wasn't able to watch that, unfortunately. As I squander my time noodling this tree sapling, I look over to the side of the screen and realize I haven't actually finished lining the Agron yet, which I thought I had done a little while ago. So let me jump back down and... Okay, I think he has one down the belly. One down the side? Yes, one down the side, which I guess wouldn't show from this angle. And then one down the other side, which I put a little too far back. So let me move this. Okay, let's see. Seen a few pages of the manga. That actually got me into Go for a while. It's already like the Rubik's Cubes, but I don't like to solve them quickly like most people. I like to make pretty patterns. You can't play without the right algorithms, but you can figure the algorithms on your own. I guess that was the thing. Like, I wanted to solve it in the way that, like, as I'm doing it, each step, I can continue to, like, twist it and stumble upon, you know, solutions. I didn't like the idea that I had to, like, understand what I had done and what I am currently doing in an algorithm form. Like solving it as in figuring out what the patterns were. I didn't realize that was what was expected of me in order to solve it. Because, like, in order to formulate the pattern that can solve the Rubik's Cube, you have to sort of know, like, okay, I went left, left, right, left, up, down, or something like that, you know? And I just completely make that up. I don't know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. But, no, I just wanted to go, like, okay, well, if this is here now, then if I turn this, then maybe it'll go over there. I wasn't ready to math today. What's going on? What? Which is maybe why I don't like drawing armor and, like, anything that requires point perspective of any kind. Because it's like, I didn't intend to math today. So I avoid it until it gets too late, like, to a point where everything looks like an earthquake passed through, and I realize I should have started with a perspective grid to begin with. And at that point, it's just too late to go back, so I, like, hunker down and try and fix things and make things look like they somewhat follow a perspective while actually not. I am almost done with the line art, I think. Come on. Okay. It looks weird. Let me pull this in a little. I think I'm gonna zoom out and notice like 5 different things that I haven't drawn. Oh yes, the hole in the ground and the holes on Lyron. What version of the song is this? They must have used the ORAS one because it's easier to listen to. But it's hard to tell with it so low. I hate doing blades of grass. It always ends up a point where like one grass goes this way and then I don't know where to put the next one because if I just keep going it'll keep lying down further and further. It doesn't look good anyways. Let me redo that. Maybe I can put more dirt around it. Okay, well, let's get some of these rocks in real quick. This down here. Okay, and texture this one a bit. The one he's sitting on. You can't see the edge of the rock, so I gotta get across that it's a rock with the texture. And hopefully people will just assume he's sitting on a rock. And of course when I color it, Drawing backgrounds is something I feel like I want to develop a little more. Having like a certain style for characters is like obviously what people always think of when they think style, but I was playing Hollow Knight the other day and like I was noticing the backgrounds, how well the characters blend in and how it just has this sort of, because it's all hand drawn still, but it's I don't know, it's I like the style of it. I feel like that might be something that would get in the way of the compositing if I'm like drawing these characters and then I skimp on the background, then they don't seem to fit together very well. Like, I like the character design in Hollow Knight, but I feel like the background is what really sells the game. Really gets the atmosphere across. Is that it? Is that... Let me see. Let me put another thing of grass back here to make it feel a little higher. The ground. Is that a little too high? Maybe I can... No, I think that's not too high. Okay, I think it's good to erase this part. Turn off the sketches. Am I missing a hole? I am. I'm missing a hole on Mr. Agron's face. Okay. Let's color in these holes. And that's just on time to finish the stream. Unfortunately, that means we don't have time for the end drawing. Man, that shovel looks really off to me. Something about that shovel really bugs me. Well, let me catch up with the stream real quick while someone... Go ahead and put a Pokemon in the chat. And I'll draw it doing something. Well, in the meantime, did someone say Detective Conan? I like the Conan effect. Either the presence of the boy is making the crimes happening, or he's secretly committing the crimes. It is kind of funny. Sometimes I was like, why do they take him anywhere? Because it seems like trouble just follows wherever he goes. It's like the Ash Ketchum effect. Like every gym Ash shows up in gets like destroyed or something terrible happens at it. Just on account of Team Rocket following them around most of the time. Speaking of late, I don't think we'll have time to do the random drawing. It's like an Oreo cookie. Your rat looks delicious. Yay! The other one is a glass of milk. Really? What color is your milk? Cause the Oreo one is black and white, and the other one is gray. So... Song of My Daughter, the Ori and the Blind Forest. Zigzagoon says more like a glass of cement. Don't think I know any gray dessert. Maybe some Oreo pudding, but that wouldn't make much sense. Tail says, I'll draw this and hope people assume that it's correct. Oh, hey, my art move. That's my style. In art, readability is prioritized over accuracy. Yeah, I'm only saying, it becomes a problem for me because it gets in the way of me being able to draw it properly, because I have to be able to wrap my mind around it. So if I can, like, get it to look right and pass as correct, then I'm fine with that. But the problem becomes if I can't figure out how to make it pass, and then I have to redo the whole thing because my brain doesn't, like, understand what I'm drawing, and it looks, like, really bad. Alright, Zigzagoon, we'll do your Wily Lucario chasing a Dodrio. I'll probably just sketch it real quick since we're out of time. I don't even remember what Lucario looks like, really. Or Wily Coyote, for that matter. I think he has, like, long ears. I think Lucario has these weird things on his ears, right? Can't fit them all in. There. That's a little better. I think the eyebrows, like, come down like that. Lucario doesn't have a nose. So I'm just gonna color the whole tip of his snoot. Okay, I did draw a Wile E. Coyote style Zero, the Red Wolf once. For that project, I went... It was like a draw in different style, but for wolves. Like wolves in different style. It had wolves from all over the place. There was a bunch of Disney ones, like the... Shoot, what's it called? The Peter in the Piper, and it's the one where they're all like instruments. There's like a duck and it's a woodwind and stuff like that. But there's a big bad wolf in that one. There's the wolves from Beauty and the Beast. There's and then there's like a Looney Tunes style one, and I'm like, okay, I know there's a coyote, but what does the wolf look like? And I look it up, and there is a wolf character, and it just looks exactly like Wile E. Coyote. I think it's like a different color, maybe? Okay, he's really scrawny, I know that. I'm gonna give him these floaties. I don't actually remember how the hands are. You know what? I'm gonna look up Wile E. Coyote. Lucario? Lucario? What did you expect? You said Lucario. What Pokemon were you trying to say? Isn't this Lucario? Oh wow. Wile E. Coyote has some eyebrows. Golly. Is this Lucario? Did you not say Wile E. Lucario chasing Dodrio? I'm upset there isn't coyote Pokemon or a opossum or a roach. Wasn't traditionally ugly animals get the Pokemon treatment? Opossum! I'm surprised there isn't one. For the longest time, we didn't have a wolf Pokemon, which boggled my mind because wolves are like so popular. And we didn't have a dolphin Pokemon until Tapu Fini, but even then I don't really count it because it's like, I mean, I guess it's a dolphin? I don't know. Is it a dolphin? You guys count it as a dolphin? Or is it like a shellfish? Let me make him feel even faster by putting his leg up in the air. I know jackals and coyotes aren't the same thing, but they're pretty close. They're close enough to most other canines, I guess. I think Mightyena was like the closest thing we had to a wolf for a long time, so that's what we used. Okay, and then Dodrio? The one with two, right? Dodrio only has 2 feathers per head. Dodrio doesn't have any feathers on its head. Is it because the shovel is so short? Maybe? It's because it's something about the shovel head. It feels like it's off kilter. Conan being a murder magnet is literally a joke in the show now. Him and the detective he's with are said to be Shinigamis in disguise. Oh my goodness. Middle school. My sister's middle school was Wiley Middle School, and their mascot was the Coyotes. That's pretty cute. Leonardo says, I'm upset there isn't a oh, I already read that one. It represents a dolphin, but it's not actually a dolphin. It's swordfish? Are you really reeling my sister's school or the dolphin thing? I was reading to Zigzagoon. Dodrio has 3 heads. They're duo and trio. Dodrio does have feathers on his. I could never get Dodrio and Doug Trio Right. I tend to mix those two up. Does Roadrunner have the speedy legs? He does. I wanted to check. Oh, it's inconsistent. Sometimes they show him with like the Sonic like meow. Whoa, what's happening there? Meow, the meow legs. Okay, Wily, you are way too close. Let's shrink you up a little. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I like the idea of media in other media. Imagining what Looney Tunes would look like in the Pokemon universe. Stuff like that. My friend and I, who like, we both really like the Bluey cartoon series. It's about a little dog. It's just a kids show that's really cute and wholesome. But it's a world full of dogs, and we were like, we should draw, like, what if they had, like, games or movies in that universe, but they're all dogs. Kind of like what they did in Zootopia. If you remember in Zootopia, there's, like, a scene where the, Weaselton, is, like, selling bootleg movies, and they're, like, Disney movies, but done with animals as like, and they're all like animal puns too, so it's like really fun. But I wanted to do that, but with the Bluey, like everything is a dog. Like if Mario was a dog, what kind of dog would he be? Stuff like that. Alright, well, there we have it. The Roadrunner cartoon. Pokemon style. That was a fun one. It's, we don't often get the style shift challenge requested, but doing Pokemon in different anthropomorphic TV show styles, as if it's just the same show, but what if your animals aren't, you know, animals? What if you have Pokemon to work with? it's really just a different paint job. I basically just drew Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, but like, you know, put Pokemon parts on them. But I think that can be fun, and it's just a fun little thing, especially if the style is more difficult to emulate than Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, which are very like stylized, very exaggerated kind of styles. You know, every manga has a similar art style when it comes to the humans. Like, you get that anime eye thing, but a lot of them have unique ways of drawing animals. Maybe I can try something like that for one of these challenges someday. But I'm noodling and doodling. Kind of want to finish this off a little bit nicer. There we go. There we go. Alright, well, let me catch up with the chat again, and then we'll leave you off with that. Fun fact, I listened to the Roadrunner show intro as you drew this. Don't fall, Rio ready. Oh no, is he dangling? A rat friend knows what they're doing. Mario would be a French bulldog. Oh, I didn't actually think about that. I was thinking some kind of like terrier with a mustache, but I think a bulldog could work. Like a French bulldog maybe, and then like Wario is like a big, what are they called? What's the big hulking bulldogs called? Are they just bulldogs? Bulldogs and French bulldogs? I don't know. Luigi would be one of those shark dogs. What's a shark dog? I don't know that one. It's hilarious. I love it too. That horrendous dog from JoJo. For a sec, I thought this was the Starship Mario theme. What is this theme? Our first meeting. Oh, it's a Pokemon song. Anyways. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for hanging out with me, keeping me company while I get some more of these Pokemon families done for posting. I have a little bit more of a buffer building up with these two that we just did this month, and so I'm going to start posting them on DeviantArt again soon, which is great to have stuff going up. And now that I'm going back to work, gonna be in the office 3 days a week, so that'll give me plenty of time to actually post stuff on DeviantArt, since DeviantArt doesn't like me posting things from home, apparently. But yeah, gonna go hang out with the rats a little. Oh no, I'm gonna go get a donut. That's what I'm gonna do. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Good luck to everyone starting school. Hope you guys get enough rest. And I'll see you next week. Stay healthy, everyone. Stay safe. Catch you all later. Bye-bye.